are presented by Manscaped. It's the Michigan Football Report instant reaction after a win over UNLV for the second straight week. Michigan wins the game. JJ McCarthy looks absolutely flawless. You can get 20% off, and you can look flawless too at manscaped.com using promo code GOBLUE, the best male grooming products in the game. I am your host, James Yoder. Appreciate everyone who is watching live or watching this on demand on the channel here on Saturday, the second Saturday of a absolutely gorgeous September here in the great United States of America. Let's take a look at the stats before we get into my instant reactions. Michigan wins 35-7 for the second week in a row. The game went a little faster. Michigan didn't do really anything in the offense in the second half. They left a couple points on the board in this one. Went for it on fourth down in the first half, right? Maybe the only bad decision that Jay Harbaugh made in the first half as JJ McCarthy leads the way. Flawless performance by him. 22 of 25, 278, and 2 touchdowns passing. Both to Roman Wilson, who had 89 yards. Blake Corum, 3 touchdowns on the ground, 15 carries for him. I'm going to walk you guys through my instant reactions to this game, but I want to hear your one-word instant reaction to Michigan's 35-7 win over UNLV. Let me know down in the comments. I'm going to pin this comment below the video. I want to see all your responses in there. Let me know. My one-word reaction, good. It was a good game. I didn't think it was bad in any way. I think there's some haters right now on social media saying, oh, Michigan should have scored more, this, that. A lot of good things, a couple concerning things, and maybe 1 or 2 concerning players that I am going to talk about. But let me know your one-word reaction. First up, my instant reaction, number 1 is JJ McCarthy is him. 7 incompletions in 2 games after he went 26 of 30 last week. JJ McCarthy backs it up again. First half, he was absolutely flawless. 17 of 18 in the first half. 1 incompletion, 188 yards, and a touchdown. JJ McCarthy was absolutely on fire, right? At this point in the season, when he had this, this one, he was on his way to, at one point in the third quarter, had 5 touchdown passes in the year and only 5 incompletions for the day. 22 of 25, 278 yards, 2 touchdowns, and of course, no interceptions. This is coming off last week's 26 of 30 performance for 280 and 3 touchdowns. So, JJ McCarthy kind of approaching 600 yards, roughly 560 yards passing in 2 weeks, 7 incompletions, 2 touchdowns today, 3 last week, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions on the season. He also got things going on the ground today. There has never been a more accurate from a completion percentage player in Michigan football history with this many attempts through 2 games. Set the record for the program last week, over 30 attempts. Didn't have 30 attempts this week, but 22 of 25, just absolutely spectacular. 48 of 55 over 2 games, 5 touchdowns. Give me a grade for JJ McCarthy against UNLV. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going A+. I'm not sure what he did wrong today at all. A+ was my grade for JJ McCarthy. Let me know what you guys are thinking on his day. But he wasn't the only one who had a nice day today. Him and Roman Wilson, right? From the passing game, I think in a lot of ways, I like the way JJ McCarthy has spread the ball around. I really love the way he has spread the ball around. Donovan Edwards had 5 catches today. Blake Corum had a few catches. Roman Wilson, Cornelius Johnson. Wilson, 4 catches, 89 yards. A touchdown of 47 yards, which is on my Twitter account, that he just kind of like glided. He just glided down the left hash mark. I almost felt like he was trying to wait for someone to come across the field to like juke him or something like that. He was just gliding across the left sideline to score a touchdown. Michigan wins 35-7. Roman Wilson's second straight game where he has been JJ McCarthy's top, in some ways, only target when things mattered in the red zone. 1 red zone touchdown for those 2 guys today. 1 deeper touchdown, 47 yards, when Roman Wilson started off on the right hash mark, just drifted across the left, caught the ball, and just floated up the sideline. You can float into the bedroom tonight if you do it with Manscaped. You don't want to take off your clothes and just be a hairy beast. You definitely don't want to have anybody go downstairs, getting ready to do some business, and just being the jungle. Get going with Manscaped. I've been using Manscaped for 3 or 4 years. Down below, all the way up the chest, it's a good looking experience. Lately, as you get older, you get some nose hairs. I've been using this bad boy, which I think I still have around here somewhere. Maybe I don't. There it is. The Weed Whacker. The Weed Whacker 2.0. Ear and nose hair. Also, this beard, trimming it almost every day, making it look good. Let it grow a little bit. It is the Beard Hedger from Manscaped. It has a complete beard kit that allows you to trim your beard, make it look good. If you want to grow it out a little bit, it's got the beard balm, everything like that. You need some scissors to keep it looking good. Manscaped is the only place to get your male grooming needs. Right now, my entire bathroom is filled with Manscaped gear, from the shampoo, the conditioner, to the deodorant, to the Lawnmower 4.0, to the Weed Whacker and the Beard Hedger. Manscaped.com. Use promo code GOBLUE. That's manscaped.com. Use promo code GOBLUE. 20% off Manscaped and free shipping. That's 20% off at manscaped.com. You got to use promo code GOBLUE. No spaces. Promo code GOBLUE. Number 2 is, I thought after last week, a lot of people were like, what's going on with the defensive line? No sacks against East Carolina. This defensive line is struggling. I thought the defensive line shined today. I thought they were putting pressure on UNLV nearly every time they snapped the ball, and it proved out in the stats. Let's take a look at Michigan's leading tacklers, okay? There were 5 players with 5 tackles. 4 of them were on the defensive line. Mike Sanister also one of those players. Additionally, that we have Chris Jenkins, we've got Braden McGregor, we've got Jalen Harrell on this list here. Additionally, Mason Graham had himself 5 tackles, okay? Also on the defensive line, Jalen Harrell, 1.5 sacks. Chris Jenkins, a half sack. Kenneth Grant, who I don't even show in this list, 4 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2.5 tackles for loss, and a pass breakup. Kenneth Grant, as Jim Harbaugh called him, a gift from the football gods. A gift from the football gods before the 2022 season. Showed up today. He's not a starter yet, but he showed up today. The defensive line in general. That doesn't even talk about Derek Moore, okay? Derek Moore had the first sack of the day for this Michigan team. They played well. Not even to mention Cam Good, who transferred from UCF before the 2022 season. Didn't even really see him much last season. He got in there for a half a sack on the day. Big-time performances all over from this Michigan defensive line. Holds UNLV to 229 yards, folks. It was like 108 midway through the third quarter. So the defense didn't let UNLV do any rushing on the day. There was 31 carries for 61 yards. They all came in the fourth quarter. Believe me on that one. Michigan possessed the ball 31 minutes and 6 seconds to UNLV's 28-54. Okay, I think the best thing is Michigan's first-team defense gave up below 150 yards. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It's the Michigan Football Report. We are doing live shows every single week on Wednesday, doing live watch parties for the first 3 weeks of the season, maybe after that as well. Daily on-demand videos, the Michigan Football Report by Chat Sports. Subscribe, youtube.com/Michigan TV. That's youtube.com/Michigan TV. Subscribe if you haven't. If you have, send that link to a friend and keep us growing through this 2023 Michigan football season. Now, this is a little weird. Where is Donovan Edwards? And not from being on the field, as I'm going to pull it out. I'm still supporting the man, okay? I'm going to pull this bad boy out. I was ready. I was waiting for him to score today. He didn't score last week. He got in. They called it back. I was waiting for the Don. The Don. He was out there today, but he's just not putting up any stats, okay? 6 carries for the Don. 6 carries for the man who went 75 yards. And 85 yards against Ohio State. I was just wondering what he was doing today. Where was he? 6 carries for 9 yards. Now, he did have 5 catches for 26 yards, so he had a little bit of action going there from the passing game. But through 2 games, Donovan Edwards, not done a ton, folks. I'm not sure. 5 catches, 26 yards. Not done a ton for this Michigan football team. I don't know if he's looking a little slow. Is it slow? I'm not really sure. Michigan gets the win 35-7, but the Don has not been a big part of this offense. He looks slow. As I said during the live watch party, I want to give you a little thing about last year against Ohio State. The thing that broke him off of those 2 runs, 75 yards, 85 yards, is he kind of hesitated for both, and then especially the second one, waiting for the hole, boom, he got it. This game, he was waiting for the hole, but it wasn't there, and he was just fall into players. So people said last week, is Blake Corum at 100%? Is Blake Corum still kind of nursing things? Is it the offensive line? What's going on with Michigan's running attack? I'm not really sure. Yada, 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 yada. Well, I was wondering where the explosiveness from Donovan Edwards is. in this game. I'm not sure. The Don needs to show up because after 2 games, he is not necessarily showing up as a superstar that we all thought he was through 2 games for this 2023 Michigan football team. Michigan's got a big D, and they're shaving it with Manscaped, right? Make sure you use Manscaped. Second week in a row, Michigan has a shutout going all the way up until late in the fourth quarter. This first-team defense gave up like 125 yards, and they shut out UNLV. They put the third stringers in. They sometimes put the fourth stringers in. Hell, and the offense, by the way, in the fourth quarter, Michigan's offense, they put in like the ninth stringers. They were putting in guys giving them rushing attempts at the end of the game I'd never even heard of. Michigan gives up a touchdown and 100-plus yards in the fourth quarter, so it makes the stats look not as good as they were. The first-team defense through 6 quarters, 3-3, has given up 0 points. UNLV scored 7 points. They got a touchdown late, but this defense is looking all that's been cracked up to be. And you're saying, oh, well, James, it's East Carolina. It's UNLV. Well, so what? I mean, Ohio State's first-string defense gave up a touchdown to Youngstown State. The first drive, second drive, whatever it was today. So it doesn't matter. UNLV, they have scholarships too. Michigan's first-team D shut them down, just like they did East Carolina. The Wolverines have given up 10 points through 2 weeks, but in reality, they've given up 0. I just wish Michigan would not do that. It happened last year, happened in 2021. Just call better plays or something like that. Just a shutout just feels so good, and it just didn't happen again today as it should have, as Michigan completely dominated this UNLV offense. The defense did this UNLV offense throughout the entire game until UNLV's second string scored a touchdown late in the fourth quarter. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Sound off in the comments. Give me your analysis from this 35-7 Michigan football win. Who'd you like? What didn't you like? What things are making you concerned? What makes you thinking that Michigan's going to win the national title? JJ McCarthy looking like we hoped he would. He is taking a level up. I think, look, I'm going to look around college football today. I'm going to watch some games and watch Texas, Alabama, etc. JJ McCarthy could be up there, top 3, 4, the Heisman after this second performance. He has 7 incompletions on the year, 5 touchdown passes. Michigan's basically been in the red zone every single time he has been out there this entire season through 2 games. Number 5 is I think Michigan's been a little average in the running game, right? Last week it was like, well, maybe it's just a one-game thing. And I know Blake Corum had his 80 yards today, but all in, Michigan 33 carries for 179 yards. Now, one of those rushing yards get a little boost from Cornelius Johnson, 26 yards on the rush. Jack Tuttle got hurt in his one play in the game, 14 yards. So you take those 40 yards and those 2 rushes out. Michigan's not looking at how it's 31 rushes and 140 yards. The leaders right here. Okay, so Blake Corum led the way for Michigan today with 15 carries and 80 yards. 3 touchdowns. That looks pretty good. But Corum now through 2 games, 150-ish yards. Not what we expected from Blake Corum over the last 2 seasons. If you take out Jack Tuttle and you take out Cornelius Johnson's runs, 2 carries for 40 yards, Khalil Mullings, 1 for 3. Donovan Edwards, 6 for 9. JJ McCarthy, 3 for 38. Really? Blake Corum is 15 of 80 is really, if you take out all the other stuff, Michigan basically ran between Corum and Edwards 21 times for 89 yards. That is the number that we should really be focusing on if we're kind of thinking about what this offense is. Is it good? Is it bad? Running game, I still think there are some questions. Now, it's the least of my concerns when we talk about this Michigan football team in the long run. But overall, it hasn't been great through 2 games. So those are my 5 instant reactions. JJ McCarthy is him. The defensive line shines today. I thought all kinds of players were out there. Derek Moore early for this Michigan football offense. And I definitely felt that Chris Jenkins, Jalen Harrell did well on the defensive line. Kenneth Grant, though, seemed to be the guy who absolutely shined. Jim Harbaugh called him a gift from the football gods in summer of 2022. Where is the Don? Donovan Edwards, no touchdowns through 2 games, 6 carries, 9 yards. He's getting active through the receiving game, but he does not look as explosive as we would expect. Michigan's got a big defense, and then the Wolverines kind of, adding to the Don. He's got 4 or 5 catches today, 5 catches today, 4 last week. I thought the running game still looks a little bit of average, right? This is the team that was putting up 250 yards in the second half against Penn State, against Ohio State last season. Just getting, 80 yards from your starter and 9 yards from your kind of starter B against UNLV. We'll see what happens. If that continues next week, if Michigan still struggles in the running game, I think there's a real room for concern. If you guys like that win over UNLV, I did. I'm not freaking out as much as other people are. Give me a like on the video. Thumbs up if you like the Michigan football video, or if you just like this show that we're doing here live, and we're going to put on the channel here on Saturday afternoon on demand. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to continue rolling. If you didn't watch our live show, we're going to continue rolling on that. I will see you guys on Sunday with the Michigan Football Overreaction Sunday. Till then, go Blue.